Uh, Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this today's seminar. Audible? We will wait for a couple of minutes to so that other participant can join. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on insights on dematerialization of securities. So I think we are good to start with this today's topic. So firstly, I will introduce myself. My name is Ritik Majnani. I am a company secretary by profession. I had completed my Bachelor's of Commerce from the North Maharashtra University, Jalgaon in the year 2023. Currently, I am associated with the Affluence Advisory Private Limited as a secretarial consultant, and I am also a team leader at our office. Further, I am grateful that I had got an opportunity to to highlight on the recent amendments as well, and also have a brief overview. Also give a brief overview on the dematerialization of securities. So, friends, first we should understand what is dematerialization. Dematerialization process of conversion of physical securities into demat mode. It is called dematerialization. And what is dematerialization? It is opposite to dematerialization. Dematerialization is conversion of electronic securities into into physical mode. So, friends, I think screen is not visible. Just a minute. Yeah. Now I think screen is visible.
हाँ मैंने किया है साइड में, लेकिन ये नीचे इंटरनेट का बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है। हाँ वीडियो मैंने चालू रखा है, हाँ मैसेज भी रखा है।
स्टार्ट कर लो। हाँ, so yeah, coming to the topic again. Sorry for the interruption. Yeah. As I have explained, what is the process of dematerialization? That is conversion of physical securities into demat mode. So, friends, so why we are promoting dematerialization? The first question is that why government is promoting? Why government has changed the law that compulsory dematerialization? The thing is, there are various advantages of dematerialization of securities. We'll come one by one on that. Firstly, there is first advantage. It is very easy and convenient to use. Means if you are holding any securities in an electronic mode, you can easily transfer the securities by only by clicking a few buttons on your mobile, by on few clicks, I can say. So it is very easy and convenient for all the stakeholders. Secondly, fund transfer. When you can transfer the securities to one person to another, there is always a transaction. So you can the demat in demat mode you can easily transfer your funds also. So it becomes very easy for the investor as well as traders to transfer the funds. Secondly, it is safe and secure. As the depository participants as well as depository had made a very great mechanism where the transfer and transmission happens very safe and secure mode. Secondly, fourth is nomination facility. We can easily have a nomination. We can easily do a nomination facility on the app as well in the demat on a demat account. Fifth is easily traceable. So we can easily trace our securities, how much securities we are holding. We don't need to open our furniture, and as in previously in physical modes, we need to open all document search for the documents and etc. There is no need for that. If you are holding the shares in demat mode, you can easily get a demat statement from your broker and a depository participant. You can easily trace your portfolio. There are other purposes also. Uh, yeah, you can even purchase the government bonds, government exchange fund, traded funds in the demat account. You can hold that for a multiple period of time, various period of time. So yeah, friends, coming towards disadvantages of dematerialization, as everything has an advantage as well as disadvantages. So what are the disadvantages of dematerialization? So disadvantages are annual charges. The as the company is required to bear very heavy charges on the for facilitating the dematerialization to its shareholders. The shareholders are also required to pay demat annual charges on demat account. The trading charges are there. The annual fees is there. Deposits are required to be made for the company purpose. So there are heavy charges. Secondly, this tech savvy. The person can use this facility very easily if we can we are aware about the technical things. Okay, if we are not aware about technical things, we can lag. So this is one of the disadvantages. Thirdly, share trading at high frequencies. It is also the advantage as well as disadvantages. The share trading, because the trading happens very quickly, because time in trading becomes very less as compared to physical, when it was taking 7 to 15 days. Now it is taking only T+1. Now we are moving over T+1. We will also move toward T, that is trading in a day. Okay. So it becomes bad habit for our investors who are not very calm. They do trading at very short term and avoid the long term profits for the future. Stockbroker supervision, we heavily rely on stockbroker for this demat account, for this transfer of for the transfer of shares. So we need to rely on them. It has also become disadvantage for us. Yeah. So friends, our next point is, what is depository? To facilitate dematerialization, we need to aware that we need to aware about what is depository. Depository is an organization. Depository is an organization which holds shares and securities on behalf of investors. Depository also intermediary in between the trading of securities. Depository has bifurcated its units in the form of depository participant, who are the agents of depository as well as agents of our investors. We open the bank account in the banks. We need to open a demat account in depository participants. Okay, we need to open demat account depository participant, and the shares are always held by depository on behalf of investors. So yeah, the depository facilitates the transfer of securities from one investor to another investor. Additionally, depository provides liquidity in the stock market that protects and deposited funds and invest in diverse securities. Further, yeah. Presently, there are two depositories for your information, NSDL and ZDSL. That is National Securities Depository Limited and Central Depository Services India Limited, which are registered with SEBI. So I had already told the demat account can be opened with the depository participant. There are various depository participants in India. You can easily reach out to them on online or as well as offline. Okay. Yeah. The third intermediary. Yeah. First, we need to understand what are the functions of depository. Yeah. Then what is the difference between bank and depository? As a bank holds cash on behalf of account holder, in the same way, depository holds securities on behalf of investors or demat account holders. The securities can be shares, bonds, debentures, mutual funds, units, derivatives, etc. So the friends, what are the functions of depository? Function of depository, yeah. The corporate actions as the corporate do corporate actions. The depository supports that corporate action and credits the shares if any in case of issue of shares, or in buyback of shares, the depository deletes the shares from the demat account. So these are the function. This is one of the function. Pledging of shares in case the shareholder want to pledge his securities to depository or any bank. Depository helps in that pledging. We need to make an application to depository participant for pledge of shares, and after the application, it is also online process as well as offline process, as the case may be. It depends upon the facility which are provided by depository participant. Yeah. Thirdly, it creates liquidity in the market. As you know, the liquidity in market is by way of mortgaging and loans. Mortgage or loans, we pledge our security. It's the same like like a pledging of shares. Yeah. Reduction of settlement risk, yes, it reduces settlement risk. Further, there is interoperability. Depository works closely with the stock exchange and the clearing corporation to enable smooth settlement and interoperability between the different market participants. All the intermediate works together so that the transaction with the stock exchange happens very smoothly. Further, friends, next intermediary is depository participant. I had already briefed about what is depository participant. Depository participant are the agents of the investor as well as depository who facilitates the transfer of securities from one person to another person. Yeah, it is we can also say that it is a person that performs transaction and holds securities, right? A deposit participant serves as a storage of assets like securities rather than cash. Yeah. So friends, you cannot approach depositories directly for providing any service such as opening of account or opening of account or any other services or transfer of securities. You need to approach depository participant for that, right? So yeah. So friends, what are the other features of depository participants? The majority the features of depository will be same as depository participant. It removes superfluous paperwork as the transfer of securities made is online now, so paperwork is reduced. It removes fraud. Yeah, as the paperwork reduces, it's there's always chances that the fraud also get reduces, but there are always chances the fraud may happen. So quick process, yes, electronic things are always faster than physical things. Rapid process, same likely. Managing the bulk, yes, execute all business online and managing bulk. There are multiple orders in a day, so depository participants manages that bulky work. So summary of accounts, friends, we need to open 3 accounts for for the trading of securities in a demat mode. Firstly, we should have a bank account with any bank. Secondly, we should open a demat account at Depository Participant with Depository Participant, which is registered with SEBI and Depository. Thirdly, we should have a trading account, which is to be opened with trader or broker, which is registered with the SEBI. Am I clear right now? Yeah. Yeah. The friends, fourth participant is share transfer agent. So what is share transfer agent? Registrar and share transfer agent, sorry. So registrar and share transfer agents are the agents who maintains the records of all information. It is also a transfer agent which maintains the transfer of ownership from one person to another person. The primary service of registrar share transfer agents are as follows: rematerialization, dematerialization. Yes, the RTA helps in rematerialization, dematerialization. RTA maintains the proper records of investor and transfer of securities. RTA regulates the reporting services. RTA helps in preferential allotments. RTA helps in dividend processing. RTA helps in investors communications. Also helps in conducting AGMs and by way of e-votings. Yeah, these are the other services which are provided by the RTA. Other than which I had already told, there are other services also which RTA provides, such as a custodian of investor information. Yeah, RTA is the custodian of investors' information. RTA holds all information in its records, right from the KYC till the how many shares you are holding. The RTA also provide the that Ben Post services which corporate used to get within 7 days. In every 7 days, the corporate gets Ben Post from the RTA, which helps to understand how many shares, how many number of equity shares are in there in the company. But yeah, other benefit, other services are such as RTA as a facilitator or ownership of transfer. Yes, I had already explained this. There is a seamless transfer of ownership from in the stock market is there. Yeah. So let's just a minute. I will change the screen right now. So currently, yeah, hi friends. Now I hope screen is visible now. Yeah. So today's hot topic is applicability of mandatory dematerialization of securities. Yeah, the various corporate are misinterpreting this applicability. So we will understand one by one by also referring the rules there too. Firstly, the rule 9, which we will be studying, which came earlier. The dematerialization of securities. Rule name is dematerialization of securities. The promoter of every public company making public offer of any convertible securities may hold securities on a demat account. Earlier, what was the rule? We can move towards a current rule. Okay, first we should understand what was the earlier rule. So what was that? The public company, if making any public offer, so it shall ensure that the promoter of that public company shall hold shares or securities in demat mode only. Yeah. The entire holding of promoters of a company shall be, which are held in physical form up to date of initial publish, shall be converted into dematerialized form. As I told, the other one is share warrant. We can refer that after some time. Rule 9A, which was with amendment which was came previously in 2021-22. Every unlisted public company shall issue the securities only demat form. Means then later on, now the provisions become little wider, and it takes that all public limited companies which will be issuing any securities shall issue securities only in demat form, and further shall mandatorily facilitate the dematerialization of its all existing securities. This becomes mandatory for the public companies to provide ISN facility to investors, so that investor if any wishes to convert their securities, physical securities, into demat form, they can easily do that. So there should not be any hurdle to the investors to facilitating the demat of shares. Yeah. In accordance with these rules, yeah, if any unlisted public company is making any offer of any securities, or any are doing any buyback, or means I can say any corporate action which are prescribed under this rule, such as bonus shares, rights issue, shall ensure that before making such offer, every director, every promoter, every KMP of the company who is holding such shares in a physical mode shall dematerialize such shares in accordance with these rules, right? Yeah. The sub rule 3 talks about every holder of securities of unlisted public company. Yeah. Who, if a person is intending to transfer, for example, a public limited in a public limited company, a person is holding shares in a physical mode. Okay. It is not mandatory for that person to dematerialize. It becomes mandatory for the company to provide a facility of dematerialization, but it doesn't become mandatory for the investors. So how to tackle that? The government has focused on that thing. How we can tackle that? If the person intend to transfer its securities to other investors, he need to do firstly the mandatory dematerialization. The rule 3 talks about that. If person is holding physical shares of public limited company, and he want to transfer that securities, or want to subscribe any new security in that public limited company, shall mandatorily do dematerialization of securities. Otherwise, his shares will not be transferred, his shall not be credited in this account. Fourth sub rule talks about that facilitate dematerialization of all. Yeah, I had already told that shall in a company shall ensure that shall provide ISIN facility for each type of security. If you are holding one class of equity shares, you shall provide a different ISIN for that. If you are holding preference share, you shall provide different ISIN. You cannot merge all the ISIN in the same category. So, fifth sub rule is every unlisted public company shall ensure that it shall make a timely payment. So, friends, if you are availing the services of depository, RTAs, stockbrokers, you shall ensure that it is a duty of you to pay fees timely. Timely means, yeah, just a minute. It is a duty that you shall make a timely payments of annual fees as well as other fees as may be prescribed by the depositories. The company shall maintain a security deposit at all times. It shall be minimum of 2 years of fees of depository and RTA. And company shall ensure that it shall comply with the regulation and directions of any guidelines issued by SEBI. Sixth sub rule is no unlisted public company which has defaulted. Means if you are defaulting in payment of admission fees or annual fees, you cannot make any corporate action. You cannot make any offer of securities. You cannot buy back of shares. You cannot issue any bonus share. You cannot do right issue if you are defaulting in payment of annual fees or any admission fees. Seventh sub rule of 9A talks about that. Yeah. Yeah. Provisions shall apply. Yes, the deposit provisions of SEBI shall also apply on this unlisted public company for the purpose of this dematerialization of securities, not otherwise. Yeah. Though rules sub rule 8 talks about that filing of pass 6 with the registrar of companies. Yes, if every public limited company shall ensure that it shall file pass 6 with the registrar of companies. It is a half yearly form. It is to be filed half yearly basis within 60 days from the end of half year. It shall also be certified by the company secretary in practice or chartered accountant in practice. So the every public limited company shall ensure this filing. Yeah. Rule 8A, which is a new amendment, company shall immediately bring the notice of depositories and any difference observed. If company is facing any differences in the share capital, issued share capital, they shall immediately notify the depositories that difference is observed. in the demat statement. So you can easily resolve. Company can easily resolve. Deposit department also can assist in that issues. The grievances, if any of the security holders shall be filed before the Investor Education and Protection Fund Authority, which is a authority prescribed by MCA. The Investor Education Protection Authority shall initiate any action against depository participant or registrar to issue and share transfer agent, if any, after consultation with SEBI. Friend, this rule 9A shall not apply to unlisted public company, which is a wholly owned subsidiary, which is a Nidhi company, or which is a government company. So these are the three exceptions of this non-applicability of this rule. Friends, yeah, Rule 9B. Coming to Rule 9B, yeah, this is the new amendment which we are talking, which was made on new amendment was brought by the government by way of inserting Rule 9B, issue of the securities in dematerialized form by the private companies. Yeah, we will read deeply this one by one about this rule. Every private company other than small company shall within the period referred to in sub-rule 2 shall issue the securities only in demat form and facilitate dematerialization of all the security. Friends, what is that? Here they had mentioned every private company other than small company. So firstly, we should understand what is small company. The small company definition is already provided in the Act. And in section 2 of the Companies Act 2013. I will brief a little bit about what is small company. Small company is a company which has a paid up capital below that limit which is provided in the Act, and also has a turnover within that limit. The turnover is, I think, 40 crores currently, and paid up capital is 4 crores. So if any company is having paid up capital below 4 crores and turnover below 40 crores, so these are called as small companies. So this rule does not apply to small companies. The government is focusing on big corporates who has paid up capital more than 5 crores, 4 crores, and turnover more than 40 crores. Yeah, these rules are not apply if any private company, which is not a small company, is issuing any securities. If issuing any securities, it shall mandatorily issue securities in demat mode. So firstly, you should understand it, and shall also provide dematerialization facilities to its existing shareholders. So private companies, two things are required to be ensured. If you are issuing any new securities, other than small company I'm talking, you need to ensure that the new security shall be issued in dematerialized form only. Secondly, you shall facilitate the dematerialization of all its securities, only not only equity, preference, debentures, whatever you are holding, you shall ensure that all facilities shall be added. All security shall be facilitated by ISIN, that is demat form. So what is the time period which you are talking here? Within a period of referred to in Rule 2. Okay. The private company which as on last day of financial year ending on or after the 31st March 2023 is not a small company. Means we need to ensure that as on 31st March 2023 or in any next financial year, we can say 31st March 2024, 31st March 2025. We need to see as per the auditor financial statement as the letter of words says. The private company shall ensure that within 18 months from the closure of financial year, comply with the provision of the rules. For example, if any private company is having paid up capital of 5 crore rupees as on 30th March 2023, it shall ensure that as on 30th September 2024, it shall facilitate the dematerialization of its securities to its investors, to its existing shareholders. Means it shall provide a ISIN facility to existing shareholders. Yeah. Sub-rule 3, that is if private company is making any offer or issue of any securities or buyback of securities or any bonus shares or rights shares after that date, when it will require to comply with this rule, shall ensure that before making such offer, entire holding of promoters, directors, KMP shall be in dematerialized form. So all holding of directors, promoters, KMPs of such private companies, which are not small companies, shall be in demat mode. Okay, so the transfer rule which we referred earlier in the Rule 9A also comes here, that if any person intend to transfer its securities or intend to subscribe in the same company and holding a physical securities cannot do that. He need to convert that securities into demat mode. Secondly, if you want to transfer, he need to convert that securities in demat mode, then he can only transfer. Otherwise, he cannot. So government had put the restriction. The government had put the that provisions of Rule 4 to Rule 10 of Rule 9A shall mutually apply. Means the provisions as provided above, payment of annual fees, we can say filing of past 6, same applies to this private limited company, which are not small companies. Provided further, there is always a exemption for the government company. For the government company, these provisions will not apply. Yeah. Furtherly, we are talking since hour about dematerialization. So what is the process of dematerialization? Okay, so we are understanding it now. Now we will understand the process of dematerialization of securities. Firstly, I had already said that we need to open a demat account with the depository participant. So the majority brokerage houses, brokers are also depository participant, as Motilal Oswal, ICICI Bank. These are also the depository participant as well as a broker. Okay, we need to fill an account opening form. It is online basically in nowadays. We need to open that demat account. We need to open the demat account there by including a basic contact information, KYC information such as PAN, Aadhaar. Uh, Within I think 1 day we can open an account. We need to submit documents for verification. Once we submit a document for verification, within 1 day we get the documents are get verified. By the depository participant. Okay, we need to have a standard agreement. When on online also we tick on the terms and condition agreed. So we execute the agreement with depository participants. Okay, as well as the fee and charges are prescribed in that agreement. You need to agree on that. And then once agreed, documents are verified. The demat account number is created, IDs are generated. So you will demat account consists of basically two IDs. We can say client ID and DP ID. Okay. The steps which are involved in dematerialization of security shares are as follows, or securities I can say. Uh, Firstly, the company has facilitated dematerialization facility. How can a company facilitate? I have already said the ISIN facility shall be given. So once ISIN facilities are provided by the company, so shareholders can fill a DRF form. That is the demat request form, or you can say dematerialization request form to depository participants. Once dematerialization request form is filled properly, shall be signed properly along with PAN, Aadhaar, the shareholders shall submit share certificates, original share certificates with the depository participant. What depository participant will do? Depository participant will collect the documents, will get the document verified itself also, and also that document shall be forwarded with the registrar and share transfer agent, so that as a registrar share transfer agent is the repository of information. It has all information. So RTA will verify that document, and will once RTA gets verified, RTA will confirm the depository participant that the all documents are okay. You can credit the shares in the demat account. So once the documents get credit, once the DRF is approved, so as I already told that you will issue confirmation from DP on the mail as well as a physical if any. The confirmation includes the details of shares dematerialized and credited to demat account. So you can check the demat account within 1 or 2 days. I think the shares are created electronically. So if anyone has any doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, we can wind up today's topic. Acha, acha. Okay. Thank you so much, Taxman. Thank you so much, Affluence. Tax Guru. Thank you so much, Tax Guru. Sorry for the misspell. Uh, I hope everyone will like this lecture topic or seminar, we can say. So you can like this video if you really got some insights. You can share this video and comment. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.